Right, hello. Welcome to a new episode of TimeGuessr Daily Mode. Today we're the 4th of April 2025. I believe this is day 26 of daily challenges in a row. And let's take a look what they have in store for us today. Okay, so this is Barack Obama. He was back-to-back USA presidents, I believe, for two presidencies in a row. I'm trying to think of the years. 2008 to 2016 maybe. So let's say this is like 2010 roughly. Now where are we? Is there any clue of this? Mount Pleasant Primary School. This is Mount Pleasant. Well, I never heard of Mount Pleasant before. Wait, in Swansea. Swansea is actually, I believe, a city or a place in what do you call it, Wales? Wait, let's quickly check if Swansea has a place called Mount Pleasant. That would be a big clue here. That is Swansea University, another one. Um, College, community, Mount Pleasant. Okay, so let's quickly click on Swansea for now, but let's see if we can find any other kind of clue here. Teamwork. Like, there is a chance we're actually in America though, cause like uh, I find it a little bit weird. Like, why would an American president be in a random Wales school? Find it a little bit weird. And there's American astronauts here, but also other. Edmund Hillary, is this not the guy who was the first person to reach the summit of Mount Everest? Together with like Norbert Gay or something? I at some point I read a book about Everest, but it's quite some time ago. Um, yeah, I think 2010 Swansea is probably the best guess to go with. There's a chance we're in America, but why would an American school have a... Yeah, we have to be in Swansea, right? Let's take a look. Oh, are we in Swansea? Oh, we're in, no, not Cardiff, Newport. But this is still Wales, I guess. Let's read what this is about. USA President Barack Obama and British Prime Minister David Cameron. Okay, so that's probably who this guy is then. I don't recognize him. Speaking to children at Mount Pleasant Primary School during the 2014 NATO Summit in Newport, Wales. Okay, that actually makes sense why they are why they are here. Is this called Mount Pleasant? Yeah, that's sometimes you get certain name references, but they're not necessarily part of the map, if you will. Okay, but score-wise, quite a good start, 8.9k. Ooh, this is wait, is this the Korea flag? This is the South Korea flag, right? I'm not 100% sure, but this building looks crazy, like some ancient temple type thing. And I'm not quite sure what this is about though. I mean, both Koreas have been at a conflict for a really long time, I guess. Um, yeah, I think it's the South Korean flag, but I'm not 100% sure. So let's say we're somewhere around Seoul, which I believe is the capital. The year, this is, let's assume the conflict this is about, yeah, uh, I I wouldn't really necessarily know. There's some Western guys over here, looks like. Um, I wouldn't really know for sure what date this took place. I'm getting like a little bit World War One vibes, but it's possible it's a bit older than that. This guy looks like awesome. I love these hats. I don't know what it is about them. Yeah, the date I'm a bit conflicted on. Maybe a little bit post World War One, like mid 20s. Oh, it was before World War One. Oh, we got zero score on the year. I should have sticked with World War One vibes. Would have been a bit closer. A crowd of civilian and military dignitaries, I'm not sure what this word means, I never really seen it, gathered at the Shangdeokgung Palace in Seoul, South Korea for an unknown event. Well, at least I'm happy we got the location right. Sadly, the year was really far off. Should have sticked with my World War One ID, maybe we would have gotten some score out of it. But I'm happy with the location. So this has to be then the South Korea flag, cause was kind of the only real indication that I recognized. Let's continue. Oh man, what is this? Bankers Life Insurance Company of Nebraska. Yeah, we're in America. What does it say here? Cornhusker Ordinary Plant? I'm not sure exactly. So this is like a business or a company or whatever. Looks quite old. Um, but first of all, let's go to Nebraska. I'm not sure what the biggest city there would be. Actually, now that I'm thinking about it, I'm not even sure where Nebraska is exactly. Um, it's one of these states where you kind of like never ever really heard much about. Wait, I'm actually a little bit confused where Nebraska is now. Wyoming, Colorado. It's not really. Ah, here we go, Nebraska. It was not really showing up. This is actually one of the states where I like my least. No, there's some weird kind. Ah, this is a reservation. So Lincoln, Nebraska, or Omaha? Yeah, I think Omaha is the bigger place here. It's kind of on the border though with Iowa. This is like a part of America that I really don't ever hear much about, to be honest. Yeah, let's go with Link. Oh, what did we take? Yeah, Omaha, sure. The thing is, what year could we be? Oh wait, it's actually saying Lincoln here. I'm glad I'm zoomed in a bit more. Let's go with Lincoln then. Isn't there like this funny weird meme where people like who super long ago on the internet, Linkin Park always was like typoed, I feel like on purpose as Lincoln. Yeah, let's take some downtown Lincoln. The year though. I mean, getting old school vibes here. Like when I see something like this in this time frame, I try to use World War II as a reference, and I couldn't tell you for sure if we are post or like before or after World War II. But this kind of picture stuff, I think we're post World War II. I think we're like late 60s or early 70s if I had to guess. I'm not sure when photography like this is like commonplace for businesses. I feel like it would be kind of modern, like more into the 70s. So let's take like 70. Whoa, oh my god, are you kidding me? So apparently photography stuff is way older than I assumed it was. A newly hired female employee being photographed and fingerprinted for identification during the first day at the Cornhusker Ordnance Plant in Nebraska. I'm not sure what Cornhusker Ordnance means. The plant manufactured ammunition and explosives for the US military during World War II. So either Cornhusker or Ordnance refers to like ammunition and military appliances, I guess. Oh, I have to cough 1 second. Okay, excuse me for that. I tried to mute the microphone. Um, yeah, again, decent score on the location, but again, the year was completely off. But like I said, I assumed photography like this was way more modern. Then again, there's like a lot of pictures of World War II, so it makes sense that photography already existed. I feel like location-wise, I'm doing quite good, but date-wise and year-wise, it's quite a struggle. So without reading the signs, I'm getting French vibes, but reading these signs, I don't think this is French at all. I also can tell already we're gonna struggle again with the year. Or is this French? I'm actually confused by the language. No, it's not French. It's some kind of like, yeah, I call this Eastern European, but it's not necessarily truly Eastern. Like, just east of Germany here, like, and above the Balkan. I'm not actually not sure what you call this part of Europe. Um, so I see they use the A with the icon here somewhere. Yeah, this Janos. I think we're like Slovakia, Prague, Budapest. Couple times when we get images like this from this area, it's quite often ends up being Budapest. And they use the A with the icon. Yeah, let's go with Budapest to be honest. Now the year, this is some military stuff going on, but like these guys look real army, and then you have like there's a distinction for me between like these two guys here on the right and then these guys. They're like not the same uh, group or whatever. Yeah, this has to be World War One era stuff again, right? There's also like Czechoslovakia, which had some kind of crazy stuff going on at some point, but is that far from here? Yeah, not really. So I think Budapest is not a bad guess then. The year. So there's something about this image that giving me World War One vibes. What kind of vehicle is this in the back? I'm not sure. Is this like a tram type thing? I don't really see cars, but it can be because we're like in a city center. Yeah, 1910. Okay, so year-wise, at least we're a bit better now. And it was Budapest. That's cool. Army reservists parading through Budapest during World War One. Okay, this was a better round. I'm not completely sure, like the what happened in Budapest during World War One. I know Franz Ferdinand was assassinated somewhere around here. I'm not sure where though. Was it in Belgrade though? Wait, let me see if I can like Google that quickly. Franz Ferdinand. Google thinks I want to use the band. I mean the. Let's see. He got killed in Sarajevo, Bosnia-Herzegovina. I always learned that his assassination was like the starting shot or whatever you want to call it for World War One. Yeah, it's not really that far from here either, where that happened. Anyway, quite a good round. Let's continue. This is the last one. So this flag can either be bait or it's a good indication where we are, but this looks to be some kind of a Winter Olympic type sporting event. A Swedish flag, so that probably indicates we're in Sweden. Trying to remember if any kind of Winter Olympics happened in Sweden in kind of recent years, but I'm actually not quite sure to be honest. Yeah, I think if you go for Sweden, you kind of automatically can go for Stockholm, right? The year I'm already, I feel like I lost my confidence. Here it is, some kind of sporting stuff. Let's take that. I feel like I lost my confidence with the years, but let's quickly study the people. Is this smartphones or like photography machines? Actually not sure. It's very colorful machines like a pink here, purple, white. These has to be smartphones. So like this guy's using a camera. I'm not sure if it's smartphones or cameras. This woman is on the phone, I guess. Hmm. I think we're in the late, middle to late 2000s, but I'm actually not completely sure. Quite modern camera. This guy looks like the police guy from Breaking Bad, like Hank or whatever his name is. It's funny. Yeah, these are smartphones, I guess. Let's go. Ha. If they're smartphones, I think we're like into the 2010s already, maybe. Wait, let me think. I think Winter Olympics happen every 4 years, but it's like 2 years offset with Summer Olympics. And the last Summer Olympics were 2024. So you have 22 winter, 18 winter, 14 winter, 10 winter, or 2006. So I think it's 2006 or 2010. I think I go for 10 then. Okay, it's not Winter Olympics. Press photographers taking photos of cross-country skiers during the 2013 FIS Cross Country World Cup. We were in Sweden, no? 9.5k is a good score to enter around here today. Let's take a look at the final score. 36,000. Uh, yeah, could have been better, I guess. I like getting above 40,000, but 36 is still quite good. Let's take a look at the breakdown. Yeah, round 2 and 3, I kinda messed up the year too much. Honestly, if you look at my distances, which is the second value here, I always was quite close to the location, which is cool. The years is a little bit not not so good, but yeah, I kind of struggle with certain dates to be honest, because it's really hard for me to like everything. There's like big gaps that melt together for me, because it's hard to really pinpoint them quite good. Anyway, quite a good score. Quite happy. It was a fun round. We're Friday today. So have a good weekend. I believe episode 26. Yeah, we're reaching almost the 1 month streak, which is crazy. And yeah, goodbye.